ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Kindle Oasis, the previous generation. A new Kindle has just been released in 2020, and that's not the one I'm going to be looking at today. P.S. This is a completely off-script review, and I'm just going to be making up the things as I go. I've owned this Kindle for about 2.5 years, and I'm going to be sharing with you my experiences and if I would get it again or not. First of all, I'm going to tell you that this was a very expensive purchase when I first bought it. I think I got it for about $400 off of Amazon. And the reason that I purchased it was because I wanted to avoid straining my eyes, because I was planning on becoming a super learner, a super reader, and I wanted to read 100 books a year. Did I do that? No. I probably listened to close to that amount in audiobooks, maybe, but I didn't get to read that much. And as much as I hope that this little Kindle would help me to read more books, I'm not sure it did. Although when I do read, I do enjoy it a lot. The one feature that I really like, this little tablet or whatever you call it, Kindle, is that when you're relaxing, when you're in bed, I usually read this book when I'm in bed. You're chilling and you don't have a heavy book and you don't have to turn pages. You just click, next page, click, next page, click, next page. Now when you're done, you just set it down and go to sleep. You go about your day, right? And the next day you pick it up, no bookmarks, it's right where you left off. And again, if you're leaning here, you're clicking, turning the page, easy, very easy. If you're tired of being on that side, you want to switch to this side, you flip the book around, and now you can turn pages with your left hand, no problem at all. So it's very convenient. When you're reading a physical book, you have to do a lot of extra unnecessary work, okay? Now, is that feature worth $400? You have to be the decider of that, because I can't tell you, I don't know your finances. This book also is IPX7, I believe, so you can read by the pool. You can read in your jacuzzi if you have one. I don't have one, so I never use that feature. I never use the there was another feature that I didn't use. I mentioned it. I forget. It's not the light. What other features? Oh, the one feature that sold me on this book that I thought was the most amazing feature that was going to help me in my journey to become a super learner and a super reader was its ability to highlight, make notes, and then export it to your email or export it to a PDF, and then you can have a summary of the book. I thought that was going to be an amazing feature that's really going to help me to dive deep in a book and memorize the stuff that I learned. But it's still a great feature, but I didn't use it. I didn't use it much. I fell back to my old habits of just reading a book, trying to get through it as fast as I can, and then putting a check mark saying, I read that book, right? So that was a big feature that I didn't use. And I think you can get these books, they go on sale on Black Friday and on Boxing Day, and you can probably get them for $250-ish, I think. And for $250, I think it's worth it, but I would never pay $400 again for this. It just doesn't make sense. What was I thinking? Get this book, get this on sale, and the 8 gigabytes one, I don't think it's worth over $300. $300 and less, it's a steal of a deal. It's going to make your reading very pleasant. Get it, buy it today. How I read now, I read on my iPad. I read on this when I'm going to bed. I'll read fiction on this, and I'll read educational books like textbooks or whatever on my iPad because it's a lot bigger and I can highlight, take notes. And some books I'll even read on my phone because it's very convenient to read on your phone. You pull it out of your pocket. You can read on different apps. For example, check out an app called Scribd. It's a subscription. It's like Netflix, but for audiobooks and physical books, and also summaries and documents and PDFs and all of that. And I think I pay about $9 a month for it, and I get a ton of books, ton of audiobooks, and I use it a lot. I use it a lot because I work outside, I work outdoors doing landscaping and snow removal. So I'm always plugged in listening to audiobooks. So that app is well worth it. And you can use it all on your phone. So reading on your phone, you can use the Kindle app, you can use the Scribd app, you can use a bunch of other apps. You can pirate books. I don't recommend pirating books. If you're reading, support the authors. Even though I sometimes I pirate, I don't recommend it, okay? Whereas with the Kindle, you pretty much have two options. You can either buy the book from Amazon, or you can pirate it from some third-party Pirate Bay company. And you can't use Scribd. You can't use your local library if you're in Canada to borrow books, which the Kobo and some of the other e-readers, you can do that. So this is a very classy premium device, but it's very niche. Only a certain type of person is gonna buy it. I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I still enjoy it. I use it whenever I go to sleep and I want to read a book before I go to sleep, because I don't like using a book and then you have to turn on your light and your this and that. So all in all, that's the book. Should you get it? I don't know. Go out and get it. Peace out.